Heaps is officially back, and with a new year, we have a new MLB World Series ring ranking video. The Dodgers were the 2024 World Series champions, which obviously includes their new ring, and I must say it looks simply amazing, and I can't wait to add this to the new list. With that being said, for those who watched the previous World Series videos, I like to keep the rings at a 50 count, because a lot of the older rings follow the exact same design, which would get repetitive to rank, as well as to make this video more concise. That means the 1974 Athletics ring is our cutoff for today's video. I'm sure you guys are now very familiar with the format of these videos, so let's get to ranking, but really quickly, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this video, as well as other sports content around all major sports. With that out of the way, let's rank these 50 World Series rings from worst to best. These first couple placements feature the monochrome color design with the single diamond in the center. Kicking us off, we have the 1981 Dodgers ring. Not too much going on, but during this time period, rings weren't necessarily supposed to be as flashy as they are today. At 49, we have the 1975 Reds ring. The same exact design, but obviously I prefer the ruber coloring over just the plain black. At 48, we have the 1982 Cardinals ring. 7 years later, this ring is the same exact color scheme with same design, but obviously it's just a little more sharp. As I do every year, once again, I'm going to run through these next 6 placements very quickly as they have the nearly identical style. At 47, we have the 1984 Tigers ring. 46, the 1978 Yankees ring. 45, the 1986 Mets ring. 44, the 1985 Royals ring. 43, the 1988 Dodgers ring. And 42, the 1995 Braves ring. Every single one of these rings have the blue enamel or blue gemstone right behind the center diamond, and each with slightly different diamond orientations, different fonts, and whatnot. I think the 95 Braves ring is the sharpest and the cleanest to come out of this style. At 41, we have the 1983 Orioles ring. Finally, we're starting to see some text or logo on the front of the ring, but on this design in particular, it's super bland and lacks coloring. At 40, we have the 91 Twins ring. I'm sure now you're starting to see why I really include the 50 ring cutoff. A lot of these rings follow the same exact design. At 39, we have the 1989 Athletics ring. One of many Athletics rings during this era, but once again featuring that diamond trim design, green background, and diamond in the center. At 38, we have the 2001 Diamondbacks. Yes, this is a newer ring, but I've never really been a huge fan of that gridded diamond design in the background. Also, for a newer ring, I feel like you're expected to have a little more color, and we really don't see much besides hints of purple. At 37, we have the 1979 Pirates ring. Simple yet effective, black enamel background, and the P in the center obviously standing for Pirates. At 36, we have another P ring. This is the 1980 Phillies design. This clearly is just a one-up on the past ring. I like the red color over the black, and the font of the P is much more unique. At 35, we have the 1990 Reds ring. Another letter-based ring, but I like how the C in the center is filled with diamonds to the brim. At 34, we have the 87 Twins ring. We're definitely seeing a progression in the rings, as now most of them include a letter on the front, with this Twins ring being no different. At 33, we have the 1997 Marlins ring. They were known as the Florida Marlins at the time, hence the F in the center, and then you have the Marlin going behind the F. Super cool design, but absolutely wish that there was some color located throughout this ring. At 32, we have the 76 Reds ring. No color here, but honestly no color needed. I love these vintage feeling rings with these super intricate designs in the center. It shows a lot of effort, a lot of craftsmanship. Especially in this ring, we have the World Series trophy with all those little pennant flags going around, the center diamond with the baseball at the bottom. Extremely crafty, and I wish older rings had more intricate designs such as this one rather than that simple single color background diamond in the center design. At 31, we have the 2005 White Sox ring. Obviously their color scheme doesn't really lend any color to put on the ring, so I can't really bash the ring for its lack of color, but I'm not really a huge fan of the oval shape. Luckily the Sox logo in the center is really cool. At 30, we have the oldest ring on this list, the 1974 Athletics ring. The A's in the center is so much better than the simple diamond, and I like the 2 baseballs in gold on the outside. Some funny lore about this ring is that former Athletic Reggie Jackson called the 2 previous rings trash because of the repetitive design, and that's why they ended up going with this design instead. At 29, we have the 92 Blue Jays ring. Sadly, there's a lack of blue on this ring, but there is that hint of red in the maple leaf, and the actual Blue Jay design looks amazing, with the diamond being the eye of the Blue Jay, other diamonds scattered throughout the ring. It's a really nice design. We have 5 Yankees rings in a row coming up, including their 90s dynasty as well as the 1977 ring, and that's the ring we were starting out with at 28. I mean, New York's logo is just simply amazing to have on a ring. It's simple, but it's just eye-catching, and I'm saying this as a Red Sox fan. At 27, we have the 1996 Yankees ring. Now we're starting off with their rings from their dynasty. Much more modern, you got that beautiful blue enamel in the back, the Yankees logo looking sharp as ever, and a diamond in the center. At 26, we have the 99 ring. Absolutely overcrowded with diamonds, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. There is a bit of that blue outline behind the logo. But one thing you start to notice with a lot of team sports rings is once they begin a dynasty, by the time they get to the third or fourth ring, they just start overloading it with diamonds. We can see that in the Patriots in the NFL, as well as other teams throughout the leagues. At 25, the halfway point on our list, we have the 2000 Yankees. Once again, filled to the brim with the diamonds here. But the baseball diamond in the background of the New York Yankees logo is a bit better than the outline in my opinion. At 24, we have the 98 Yankees ring. The strong presence of the blue color is personally what puts it ahead of the others for me, combined with a diamond-filled Yankees logo and the stadium position diamonds on the outside ring. At 23, we have the 2008 Phillies ring. We have the diamond-encrusted P with that red ruby outline. 103 diamonds on the ring represent the 92 regular season wins and the 11 postseason wins. At 22, we have the 2012 Giants ring. A super large ornate design here. You have the Giants logo in the center with that black enamel behind. Wish there was some orange included here, but the design is pretty sharp. At 21, we have the 2002 Angels ring. I've always loved the stacked ruby design in the middle of the A. The halo going around the A at the top looks great on this ring as well, filled with diamonds. Good use of color, good design, and it's simple. It doesn't do too much. At number 20, we have the ring of the 2007 Red Sox. Beautifully layered design as you have the Ruby Sox logo. Behind that, you have the baseball diamond filled with those gridded diamonds, and then you have the blue background behind that. Intricate rings like this with a lot of layers I am a huge fan of, and I love the amount of color, I love the design, everything about this ring is splendid. At 19, we have the 2014 Giants ring. Definitely a more modern design as you just have the logo, you have the text on the side, some additional diamonds on the top and bottom. I really like the gold outline behind the logo on the outer ring and as well as the Golden Gate bridges on the side. The only thing is that there is a lack of the Giants orange on this ring, and that is the same exact case with their 2010 ring at number 18. No Giants orange whatsoever, but there is a little more gold on the face of the ring, so at least the color is a little more diverse. Once again, you have the Golden Gate bridge on the side and the simple yet nice Giants logo on the front. At number 17, we have the 2011 Cardinals ring. The logo on this ring is a huge carry. Once again, the Cardinals logo is one of the best throughout all major sports, and they capture it perfectly on this ring. The layered ruby diamonds, the gold outline, it looks incredible. That being said, the rest of the ring is as simple as it can be, pretty much only featuring that silver diamond coloring, besides the Cardinals secondary logo on the side of the ring, which is also red. At number 16, we have the 2003 Marlins ring. Now this is how you design the ring. There's that circular design in the background like a lot of rings have, but the designers were smart enough to turn that circle into a baseball, as we can see by the red rubies making the seams of the baseball. Absolutely incredible. And then you have the actual Marlins logo itself on top with a great mixture of color. The gold and silver mesh perfectly, and then you have that teal eyeball of the Marlin. Super clever design, well balanced colors, just well done overall. At 15, we have the 2006 Cardinals ring. It's always tough for me to decide between the two more recent Cardinals rings, but I prefer the 06 ring due to the better balance of color throughout the ring. Yes, the 11 ring has the better logo, but looking here, I mean, you have the baseball diamond in the background and the St. Louis Cardinals secondary logo with that layered ruby design, gold outline. Personally, I just think it's a more balanced, well-rounded ring that succeeds in more areas. At 14, we have an incredible ring for its age. This is the 93 Blue Jays ring. The Blue Jays won the World Series in back-to-back years, hence the two maple leaves, both colored red on top of the Blue Jay. And they corrected the issue with the last ring. The main problem was that there was none of that Blue Jays blue, but now we see the actual Blue Jay on the front of the ring finally has its beautiful color. If you look very closely too, you can see that this Blue Jay is on top of the previous Blue Jay in the previous ring. So there are also two Blue Jays signifying the back-to-back. At number 13, we have the 2009 Yankees ring. The best Yankees ring, in my opinion. We have everything here. We have layers, we have the baseball diamond, the blue enamel in the background, Yankees logo in the front, bigger diamond in the center, square diamonds at each base, diamonds in every direction on this ring. 119 diamonds to be exact, which is one diamond for each year of the Yankees' history at that time. At 12, we have the 2004 Red Sox. I love the gridded baseball diamond in the background, the Red Sox B with the rubies in the center. Good combination of the blue and red, a simple, concise, small formatted ring, which is absolutely perfect. At 11, we have the 2015 Royals ring. The face of the ring is simple yet eye-catching. Very strong blue sapphires in the center, surrounded with that golden outline. It looks really good. World champions also in gold. But in my opinion, the best aspect of this ring is the crown design throughout the entire outside of the ring, with diamonds at the top of each of the crown spikes. Super cool, and also just gold and blue feature throughout the rest of the ring, definitely filled with color. Cracking our top 10, we have the 2018 Red Sox ring. Such a vibrant ring, the blue and the red just pop out. One thing I really appreciate with Red Sox rings is that they really know how to use color and bring it out in a ring. They are definitely not shy on using color. And all of their rings, including this one, have a perfect use of it. At 9, we have the 2016 Cubs ring. One of those designs that just feels right. I love how everything takes that circle shape, a good use of the rubies, good use of the sapphires, both making rings around the word Cubs. One of the more satisfying rings to look at. At 8, very similarly, we have the 2019 Nationals ring. Pretty much the same ring design and format, but I think what really takes the cake is the fact that the Nationals also included their gold color. I mean, the gold on the outline of the W looks great. Gold on the sides of the rings as well. Red, blue, gold, and that silver that's obviously there from the diamonds is a beautiful color combo that works out perfectly. At number 7, we have the 2020 Dodgers ring. A little bit of a preview to their brand new ring, but this ring is really good as well. Once again, a very vibrant sapphire blue. Perfect balance of the blue and silver. They definitely could have thrown in one more color in here, but I think with the two colors that they have, they did what they could. And then once again, we see that commonly featured diamond behind the LA logo. At number 6, we have the 2013 Red Sox ring. Absolutely fantastic design with the Red Sox logo on the World Series trophy. I really think more rings should feature the World Series trophy. It's iconic and it looks great on the face of a ring. Once again, Red Sox rings do specialize in color, and we see that with the rubies filled in the Red Sox. And then you have the layered sapphire diamonds behind the World Series trophy, kind of looking like a brick wall. And this is not included with my ranking on the actual Red Sox ring, but another cool additional thing that they did is they made a very own ring for David Ortiz, the World Series MVP, and it looks super cool, and I love how they went out and did that extra effort. We are at the top 5. Kicking us off, we have the 2022 Astros ring. Once again, many layers. We love to see layers on these rings. So many specific details. The craftsmanship is elite. The H on the front, the orange sapphires behind the H, the gold outline with the diamonds inside of the outline of the star, a white diamond background, a blue sapphire outline of the background, and then a very nice border with the layered diamonds as well as the gold text world champions. But despite all of this, I still actually prefer the number 4 2017 Astros ring. It features the same amazing balance of color with the white, orange, and blue. Once again, a lot of layers featured on this ring, but I think what I appreciate a little more about this ring is just how easy it is on the eyes. Very simple, more of a concise ring, is a little smaller than their newer ring, but despite that, it still packs an equal punch. Earning the bronze at number 3, we have the 2023 Rangers ring. The winner before last year's Dodgers, this ring is simply incredible. Good coloring, good features, everything it has. I mean, just looking at the face of this ring normally, it's amazing. You have the Texas Rangers T, ruby outline, sapphires behind the ruby outline. I mean, the T is just sticking out looking at you. I would be content with this ring on its own, but one of the amazing features of this ring is the fact that you can flip the face of the ring, turn it over, and then you have another side. On this side, once again featuring the T, but this time it is filled with rubies on the inside, and it has a baseball in the background. Absolutely amazing customization here. And then on the interior of the ring, it features baseball leather used from the clinching World Series win game. At number 2, we have the previous leader of this list. This is the 2021 Braves ring. An absolutely amazing face of the ring. You have that beautiful white gold on the front. The blue background behind the A. I mean, the face just shines. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But once again, with these newer rings, the beauty is truly inside of the ring. You have an entire replica of the Braves ballpark in the center, Truist Park, and 2 absolutely insane, clever features. One of them being the fact that there's 11 rubies inside of the ballpark, which represent the landing spots of each of the 11 World Series home runs. Such a clever idea by the design team. And this is the only ring to feature working lights in the center. In the spots where the Jumbotrons are in the stadium, it's 2 LED lights that light up the interior of the ring. Absolutely incredible. But at number 1, we have the brand new 2024 Dodgers ring. A lot of you might say this is recency bias, but I honestly believe that this is the greatest MLB ring that we have ever seen for multiple reasons. Now, obviously the Braves ring is outstanding, but I think it's no surprise that the face of the Dodgers ring, the exterior, is better. It's more diverse, it features more color, it has more layers. It has 8 diamonds on the outside representing their 8 World Series wins. The blue sapphires on the outer ring as well as the Dodgers logo itself pop out, they look amazing. And now, once again, let's look at the interior of this ring. Iconic Dodger Stadium in the center with the World Series trophy included. On the underside of the ring cap, it features pieces from the World Series base. Not to mention within the cap, a tribute to Fernando Valenzuela, the historic Dodgers pitcher who sadly passed away right before the World Series last year. So definitely a touching tribute there. And then even the sides of the rings are incredible. You have palm trees, you have the Welcome to Dodgers sign, you have everything included that you could possibly want in a ring and more. So I do think that the Atlanta Braves interior is better than the Dodgers interior, but the face of the ring is better for the Dodgers than the Braves. And what do you see more? Generally, you do see the face of the ring more. And I think the margin that the face is better is greater than the margin that the interior is better for the Braves. So with all that, that is why I truly believe that the 2024 Dodgers ring is the greatest ring in MLB history. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm glad to be back on the channel, back to be actively posting. Appreciate you guys for your patience. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment your rankings down below. Any comments, any details, or fun facts about the rings that you'd like to add and tell other people. Feel free to put that all down in the comment section below. Once again, I will be posting twice a week regarding all major sports. So if you're interested in that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow along with the channel, and I will see you guys in the next Heaps video.